Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Moving Markets Podcast. It is Friday, August the 22nd, 2025. U.S. stock market has been open for almost exactly 30 minutes at the time of recording this. And any moment now, good old Jerome Powell is going to be making some comments. We're going to get Jerome speaking out in Jackson Hole. It is going to be very interesting to hear what Jerome might have to say. I think I'm hopeful. This is my real hope. Let me start out this way. My sincere hope is that whatever Jerome Powell says, and I think it's going to be heavy on the doom and gloom side. Now, I hope I'm wrong on that. I genuinely, honestly, sincerely hope that I'm wrong and that Jerome is not all doom and gloom. But I strongly suspect that is going to be the case. My hope is that it's already baked in, that the whatever he says. There's a headline. Okay, I didn't even see this headline. There's a headline. Powell indicates conditions may warrant interest rate cuts as Fed proceeds carefully. So if that was his opening statement, that would explain why everything took a jump up. Only moments ago, this was up about 360 points, and this was up about 110. So those have both jumped up dramatically. So far, this is what I'll say. So far, the markets are liking what Jerome is saying so far. So we'll see whether or not that holds as he continues to make comments, and more importantly, as he takes questions a little bit later on. But that's a good start. That's a very good start, and kind of blows the lid off of what I was expecting from Jerome Powell. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to admit freely right now to all of you, I was dead wrong. I thought Powell would say something almost the opposite of what he has just said, that he's indicating that conditions may warrant this. So we'll see. We'll see where and again, this is what I was more hopeful for. This is what I would like to see, and I hope this ends up being the case. We'll see how things go, and we'll see how it plays out throughout the day. But good news so far. All right. Other than what Jerome is going to talk about, there's not a whole lot going on that is really driving things. Earnings continue to be strong. There's really no other economic news on the calendar for today. So really, whether the markets stay up high like this and continue to be strong as they are in this first 35, 40 minutes, or whether it tails off a little bit, is probably going to depend on the question answer part of Jerome Powell. And hopefully he will just continue to talk the way he's talking so far, and everything will be really good. Let's just shift the focus to the trades that we have going on right now. Let me start out with Meta. Had we known that Jerome Powell's comments would cause Meta to jump up $11.50 a share, they're trading over $7.50 right now. I'll tell you, if we had known that was going to happen, if we'd had a crystal ball, we would not have rolled Meta out to next week's expiration. I sent that roll out yesterday, and we'd be cashing out of Meta right now with pretty much our full profit. As it is, we paid a little bit to move Meta out a week. Hopefully Meta will continue to move up, and if Meta continues to move up, we're going to be absolutely fine. And we may look for our first exit next week as soon as we're profitable in the trade. We added a little bit of debit to it, but it wouldn't take a lot for us to get profitable in the trade if Meta continues to the upside. Netflix, we went from being in really dicey area to being in the green on Netflix. They're having a move up with everything else that is going on right now. But they need more. Netflix is still only $10 above our short call strike. I'd like to see Netflix move $12 or $13 or $14 or $20 above. So they're not getting quite the jump up that Meta is getting, and we'll see how that goes. Our Home Depot trade is looking really, really good right now. We rolled out Microsoft, and now they're moving up a little bit. I just did that before I started this presentation. We rolled Microsoft out a week. We still have it in a bear call. We may, before Microsoft, if they start approaching the 517.50 mark, we may roll Microsoft again back into something bullish and sort of protect ourselves there. your Palo Alto Network trade should have closed with a full target profit on that one. AMD is moving up today. I have not rolled AMD out yet. I will probably do that shortly. And then some people are still in the Tesla trade. I still have a couple of contracts of that myself. We will probably roll Tesla out one more week. Tesla, it makes me maybe just a little teeny tiny bit nervous. They're having a great move up today. What's happening with Tesla today is wonderful, and we've got the 320, 317.50 bull put spread on Tesla. This move up makes it easier to roll that out. I don't know if we'll get as much credit as we would have just literally a few minutes ago, but with the type of move that Tesla is having up $12.50 a share right now, we may roll Tesla out and up and get some money back on that. Not every one of these trades is profitable. Some of them we're trying hard to get back into a much lesser loss or into a break-even or profitable range. But everything is moving, most everything is moving the way we would like it to today. We may find ourselves with the ability to get out of Home Depot soon. That trade is looking really good right now. We may find ourselves with the ability to get out of Meta sooner than later. We'll see how that one goes. Netflix, they're only up $2.41 a share right now, trading at $12.08. I'm gonna urge caution with Netflix today, as it refers to, for those of you that are in the Netflix trade. It wouldn't take much for Netflix to drop $7 more a share. They're barely in the green when everything, well, they just jumped a little bit higher. They just went from being up 70 cents to being up $2.70. So unless Netflix gets on a little bit stronger roll, the caution I might urge on Netflix is if you can get out of Netflix with break even or better or a little bit of profit, that might be the prudent thing to do. Then don't get mad if at the end of the day Netflix is well above 1,200. You say, gosh, I should have stayed in. I could have got all that profit. You would hate me more if I told you don't get out of Netflix with a break even or a little bit of profit, and Netflix, something happened and Netflix dropped $10 a share today. Then you'd be way more upset with me than if you got out with a little bit of profit or a break even and then saw the stock take off to the upside. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but what I'm telling you is either one could happen. I don't like being this close. Remember at the beginning of the week when I decided to do Netflix as our new SOS trade, the likelihood that they came down below 1,200 seemed pretty foreign. And then including the morning we got in 3 days in a row of downward movement. So we've just got to watch this carefully. They're up $3.49 a share right now today. The highest point they've been so far in this first almost 40 minutes of trading. Netflix touched 212.88. They're a few dollars off of that right now. It'd be nice to see them jump back up there and continue to climb. The lowest they've gotten is 201.40, which is still above our $1,200 mark, but just be cautious, exercise some prudence as it relates to Netflix. Like I said, hopefully they just take off and run away and start going up really high, but there's no way to know if that will happen. I will be watching all day today. I'll be on Discord all day long. Often there's times I might step away from my computer briefly, but it will be for a short period of time. And even then, I will still have the ability to look at Discord and keep an eye on what's going on in the market. So we'll make more adjustments today if needed. But as of right now Netflix is up $5 and up close to that 212 mark again. But let's just watch and see how it goes. And we may be done for the day, but very possibly we're rolling Tesla out and very possibly rolling AMD out. We'll see how both of those continue to trade through the day. So keep an eye as you're able to on Discord. Hopefully you've got Discord set up so that you can get a reminder. You don't have to be in front of the market watching every tick of the market. Hopefully you can get an alert on Discord and have the ability to get back in front of a computer quickly. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be tied to the market, but days like today, weeks like this one, I know it's hard not to be tied to the market. So I'll throw something out on Discord if we need to make a change. All right, I'm going to wrap up right there. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Bye-bye.